Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
I give
Oh,
up.
what fun it is to drink beer in Milwaukee. That was pretty good. Welcome back to MKE Beer Review, day 15. I cannot believe it's day 15. It is only 10 days until Christmas, and we are rolling through the Three Cellars Advent Calendar here tonight. It is December 15th. We've got another beer in the case. We're going to crack that thing open right now. So let's dive right in. And shoot, I thought I had it in a spot where I could just pull it out of here, and I don't, and this is difficult.
Oh, man.
Oh. So this is ooh.
Yeah.
The War on Christmas, if you want it. It is a white peanut brittle stout, and this is from
Illuminated Brew Works. It's in Chicago. I've never heard of it before. This is a new brewery.
I haven't either.
So
enjoy with people you trust. Well, we're gonna have to hang this call up.
Best we can do.
Unfortunately, episode over. Just kidding. Wow, they've got quite the description on here too.
Yeah.
Things change, the center will not hold, and IBW is no exception. We've updated our annual favorite, War on Christmas, to celebrate yet another holiday favorite, peanut brittle. We've got the same white stout base we've always used, but now we've added peanut and toffee with a little kiss of marshmallow to bring you a new holiday adventure in a can to help you deal with your family for one more year. Okay.
Yeah.
Illuminated Brew Works. That's pretty cool. That sounds freaking good.
Yeah. Comes in at 11%, so it's no joke. So it's up there for an ABV, especially if you have something that like lists itself as like an imperial or barrel age or anything. So 11% is that's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a white stout that high.
That high. That is very, very high for a beer like this.
So
I'm excited. Let's crack this thing open. It's a white stout, so I'm guessing it's going to come out golden or dark gold in color. Yep.
Yeah, that dark golden, not really amber, just gold.
Yep. I'm a little afraid. There's a lot of carbonation in this thing.
Mine turned out all right. White stouts are, yeah, you got quite a bit. White stouts are weird because they kind of play little tricks on you because you look at them and you don't think stout, and you get them in the mouth and everything, and it tastes like a stout. So it's always kind of they're polarizing, I think, is a good way to describe white stouts.
It's a very sweet ale, which gives it kind of some of those stout characteristics.
I'm holding it right here. I'm already getting the notes.
I'm getting a little bit of it too. It smells very, very candy sweet in the room, just in the vicinity right now. So let's sniff it. Get a little nose on it.
Sniff it.
Oof. Man. Whoa.
I mean, that smells like peanut brittle. I mean,
smells
that toffee,
exactly like.
Yeah. You got the peanut, you got the toffee, it's very prominent. You know, if you've eaten peanut brittle, this smells identical to peanut brittle. I mean, that's the note.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's toffee and caramel and peanut butter. Yeah. And then kind of a bit of a just general candy sweetness going on the nose. Sugary, kind of a sugary sweetness along with it.
And the amazing thing is, I mean,
good.
We've had beers that are like a dessert base before, and it's like, oh yeah, you get the vanilla, or I get the coffee, or I get this with a little bit of this. This smells so much like the dessert. It's amazing they're able to capture that just off the nose itself. So
yeah, it smells awesome. And I love the holiday tie-in here. So let's check this thing out.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh.
Ooh. So what you get in the palate, in my opinion, is what you get on the nose. It replicates that peanut butter brittle. Is it peanut butter or just peanut brittle?
It's peanut brittle.
Peanut brittle. Really well done. The coffee is it's kind of the star, I think, throughout. Um, but it's really well balanced, and you get kind of an explosion of that caramel towards the end of it. But the peanut and the coffee are kind of the upfront taste. But I mean, it tastes like a peanut butter brittle. I can't talk. Peanut brittle.
You're fine. Yeah, it's very smooth considering how much carbonation this had coming out of the can for me. It doesn't have that like heavily carbonated mouthfeel, kind of that bubbly feel to it. It's very smooth. To your point, right up front, you get kind of a general peanut flavor that hits you first, and then kind of the sweet candy toffee comes in right behind it, mid palate, and that is what lingers out the back end. The peanut flavor stays in there, but it dissipates a bit, I think, mid palate, and out the back is more of a toffee, caramel, sweet character out the back. But as I'm actually sitting here and it's finishing on the palate, the peanut does stick around with that too. But it is reduced. It does dissipate through the back end, but it's still there. This is pretty good. I actually wish there was a little bit more carbonation to it. It's almost a little bit too smooth for me. I'd almost like a little bit more bite to it, but that's like the only real negative I have to say here about it. Like, it's almost a little too smooth. But
fair. I see where you're coming from. I mean, it's one of the things that like I think I kind of said to start off this channel, or this show, is with white stouts. The idea of this is a brighter beer, and then you get a sip again on the mouth. Everything it's like, oh, it's a very stout mouthfeel. It really does throw everything off, and it creates kind of a disconnect between what you're seeing and what you're tasting. And it almost kind of ruins the taste of the beer sometimes. This one is different, and it's just because on the nose you get what you get, and it has that stout feel, but it's not like it doesn't have that like slight smoky or roastiness that stouts have. It still presents itself as a light colored beer, so there isn't that disconnect between visually and on the palate.
Again, it's just it's not doesn't have the roasty, dark roast, dark malt characters that a stout has. It's just very, very sweet, and there's a lot of viscosity to this, and it kind of gives you a similar mouthfeel to a stout, and it drinks like a stout, but it doesn't have those roasty characters of the dark malts that you get. But this is what it says it is on the can. I don't know how this is 11% because I would never get that out of this beer at all. There is like no alcohol bite, nothing on this. It is extremely smooth, almost too smooth. Like I said, so this is good. For my first ever beer from Illuminated Brew Works out of Chicago. Cheers to you guys. Well done. This is a fun Christmas beer for the box. That is for sure.
Yeah.
So, Ross, Untappd, where's it going?
So it's weird because I don't like peanut brittle. It's just not something I really enjoy.
I don't really either.
But this is really well done, and it's I like the flavor profile it's giving off. I like everything it does. It's a full flavored thing. I'm gonna stick this at a 4, with the caveat that is a much better made beer than the score I'm providing it. It smells exactly how it's supposed to smell. It tastes exactly how it's supposed to taste. The only reason it's not getting better than a 4 for me at this point, which is a good score, is I just don't like peanut brittle that much. It's a really well made beer. One of the better made beers I think we've had in this box so far.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go right along with you at a 4. I am so close to bumping this up to a 4.25. I just think it's super tasty. If it had a little bit more bite to it, if it had just a little bit more carbonation on the mouthfeel, I think this would be a 4.25 beer for me easily. It's just that little factor that is causing me to kind of downgrade it just a little bit. But a 4 is a really darn good score. This is a really good beer. If you're looking for a fun Christmas beer to drink and something that is kind of in that stout category, but not really, and you're looking for something sweet and tasty dessert level, this is a great choice. Definitely pick this up if you see it. Enjoying the heck out of this one. So,
I would agree.
All right, day 15 in the books. Tomorrow's episode, you will see from Ross and I together in person behind the bar, sharing that beer together. So, a lot more where this came from. 10 days until Christmas, 9 more of these to go. So we will see all of you tomorrow. And thanks for watching.
Thanks, everyone.